Good morning. This is Dominic with TheBackVlog. I just got these lav mics not too long ago, and there's no chance that I'm ever going to be able to hide it. I'm not even going to pretend to hide it. But I'm just now realizing this morning that there was a plastic covering over the actual mic part. So if the audio sounded muffled in the previous two videos, whatever it sounds like in this video going forward will be consistent with whatever it sounds like. So I hope it sounds good. My fiance and I recently finished all the way over here Pikmin 4 on the Nintendo Switch. I personally liked it a lot. My fiance it's not that she disliked it, but not as much as some of the previous entries. And I guess like one of my biggest gripes with it is the 2-player mode. In a podcast that the fantasy author Brandon Sanderson does, he referred to video games as having a little brother mode at some point. And Pikmin 4 definitely has a little brother mode where it's like the second player basically just controls a cursor and throws rocks at things on the screen rather than taking control of something else, like in Pikmin 3, where you have two of the cadets, and each player is like taking control of one of them. You know, they have Ochi the dog, and I think they underutilized the fact that a second player could have played it as Ochi the dog. So yeah, I think that's not my favorite. I didn't realize the ice Pikmin were new to this game. I thought they were in Pikmin 3 also. But yeah, I guess ice Pikmin were new to Pikmin 3. I really like the fact that Pikmin 4 is dog themed. I mean, obviously you have Ochi and Moss, the two dogs in the game, but all of the castaways and all of your crew members and everything all have names that are related to a breed of dog, and it's really fun to like figure out whenever you get a new castaway, like what breed of dog is being referred to. The post game of this game is like super long. I just did it yesterday. I mean, not all of it yesterday, but it's really cool. Because like, you know, you have the regular game and like the credits roll and everything, but I wasn't expecting like the post game to have so much content to it. You know, you had Olimar's, I guess, crash landing story, and it's basically like Pikmin 1 but like reversed. So rather than finding 15 ship parts in 30 days, you're finding 30 ship parts in 15 days, and like I was sweating. It started to get a little stressful. The last two areas of the game, especially the last one, are like super difficult, and the final boss, with a certain, I'm not gonna say what the final boss was, but let me just say that like it was a 5-phase Elden Ring boss. It was pretty challenging. What I will say though, because I thought of this yesterday and I wanted to say this, is that Louis, because he makes an appearance again. Louis is, along with Merry and Pippin in the Lord of the Rings series, one of the worst fictional characters ever conceived. I hate Louis and I hate Merry and Pippin. They really suck. And all of these characters exist to wreak havoc upon the peace. And that's all I have to say about that on the matter. I'm not a big fan of the caves in Pikmin 2. I just think they meander a little bit, and they brought them back in 4, and I think that's definitely one of its weaker points. And especially like when like that post-game cave, like it was like 20 floors, I think. It was a 20-floor boss rush cave. It was crazy. I feel like the caves were as time consuming as they were, or like because there was no time limit and like you really were able to take your time with it. And like you just never knew how long a cave was going to be whenever you would enter it. And I don't know, I feel like it like slows the momentum of the game down. I really like the night expeditions though. That's like a really interesting tertiary exploration where you have like you have the main levels, then you have the caves, then you have the night explorations with the glow Pikmin, which are not actually on the cover. I think they should have put them on the cover. I don't know if like that would have been spoiling too much. And I know it like takes place during the day too, this cover, but I don't know. I think it misrepresents the Pikmin that are offered in this game. It would have been really nice to see all of them. But yeah, the night explorations were cool. And that was kind of like it was like a tower defense kind of thing. And those got really challenging, closer to the end too. But yeah, those were really fun. The intro music, like that piano, when you start the game, just take a listen to that thing, because I didn't at first. You'd hear like the cutesy piano trill and everything, and I was like, oh, it's cute, it's Pikmin 4, so we'd go to start the game. But I never really sat down to listen to that thing until like we were sitting on the menu, and then we went to like do something like cook or whatever. I don't know what we were doing. But like that song was playing, and then I was like listening to it. I was like, this is really fucking good. A plastic bag fell. Robin, you'd better not eat that. Do not eat that. Like it starts off with those little cutesy piano trills, but then there are these consistent chords going on at like a steady rate, and it sounds like a twinge of adventure, and then the higher register starts to introduce the Pikmin theme that we've all known since the first one. It's like, oh, that's really cool. That's pretty interesting. And then like it starts to incorporate like the lower bass notes. Like you have like the chords like it's like, and like there's just like a real sense of adventure to it, and it's so badass. And meanwhile, like while that it's like a clashing of tones, but it works. I don't think it's really weird because it doesn't tonally represent Pikmin 4, but as a song by itself is really good, because like those lower bass notes sound like you're like going on like a dark adventure, like something really bad is gonna happen. But like then you also have like these really like hopeful like ding, 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 ding. It's really good. Yeah, that is a song that I will come back and listen to, because like that track was crazy. I really do like the music in this thing. It's just like the eccentric, like I don't even know how you would describe it. It's just eccentric. And that's always been the case for these Pikmin games, where it's just like, it's like a little weird. It's like a little off kilter. It's like your weird cousin. And the sound design in the game is really good too. Obviously, you have like the iconic sound effects of the Pikmin. Hey, don't eat that. It wasn't the plastic bag she was eating. It was a little leaf on the floor. Don't eat leaves on the floor. Like the sound of the Pikmin being thrown, the plucking, like everything just like feels, it feels tight, and it feels so rewarding to do things because the sound design amplifies progress. Most of the game feels really good too, but I gotta say that auto lock-on is really bad, and there's no way to turn it off, and I think that's abysmal. There are things that Pikmin 4 perfects, and then there are things that Pikmin 4 downgrades on that Pikmin 3 already perfected that they took away for some reason, and I don't know why. You have like the 2-player mode, you have the lock-on feature. I do miss Bingo Battle. Bingo Battle is really fun. We never did the Dandery competitive stuff, so I don't really know much about that. But yeah, the auto lock-on is just, it messes you up at the worst times. especially towards like the post game. It's like, why is it going to this non-pertinent thing when I'm trying to throw my Pikmin at this thing that's about to eat me? Why do they want to go after this flower pellet? This is bullshit. Yeah, so all my homies hate the auto lock on. I like the area that's just inside somebody's house. I think it was always implied in the Pikmin series that everybody is on Earth, like they're on planet Earth, but like, you know, obviously like with the treasures in Pikmin 2 and everything. But I really like the fact that in Pikmin 4, the one area is literally just the inside of somebody's house, because it's like, now you have a real sense of scale as to how big these things are, first of all, and second of all, they're not even hiding the fact that they're on Earth and like there are humans here. I kind of want to see a human in a Pikmin game. I want the Pikmins to kill a person. I want to see that. I want that to be a boss. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think they hinted at a Pikmin 5 when Olimar says, until our next adventure. So we'll see if we'll get a Pikmin 5. I bet we will, honestly. Like, I feel like the Pikmin franchise has come back in a big way. You know, it was like this weird little niche franchise that was stuck on the GameCube and then the Wii U for a little while. But then, you know, Nintendo took a chance with Pikmin 1 and 2, and then the Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and everybody loved it. And now we got Pikmin 4. So that's wonderful. I really have to sneeze. So badly do I have to sneeze. Can you hear it in my nose? It's like, it's all blocked up in there. I really like the addition of all that side content too. Like, it doesn't feel bloated like Final Fantasy VII, the new ones, or like any just like AAA game for that matter. It is really rewarding to do that, and like the rewards they give you actually are something, and like it's just not too much. It feels like an older game that is actually feasible to 100%, and I really like that. I feel like I've been sleeping on Nintendo games a lot, because you know, we played Pikmin 1 through 3 last year. I feel like Pikmin 3, like I keep thinking about it, and like I feel like it's probably one of my favorite games of all time. My fiance prefers the first one, which is fine because the first one is my second favorite. It's really good. Pikmin 1 and 3 they're goated. But this year, along with hopefully finishing the Like a Dragon series and starting, she's barking at a squirrel outside. I hope that wasn't too loud. I will turn it down in post. Yeah, I've really been sleeping on Nintendo games. You know, there's just so much artistry in them and so much creativity. Like I was saying, along with hopefully finishing the Like a Dragon franchise this year and starting the Final Fantasy series, which I'm not going to finish this year, I don't think. I definitely want to play some more Nintendo games. A little spoiler for a future video, but I just started Metroid Prime last night for the first time, and I'm having a blast, no pun intended, so far. I'm not going to talk about that yet, though. I don't want to give my first impressions. I will give my first impressions in my first impressions video, which is what these are, which is why they're so ill-researched and ill-articulated. But that's all I have to say about that. That might be my new catchphrase. That's all I have to say about that. Alright, I'm gonna go before Robin starts to freak out again. Robin, give me kissies. Give me kissies. Ah, she gave me kisses. Ah, she gave me kisses.